mugs on the table.
It's the Jumma Tumma of the West. I'm telling you.
Well said. Roshan Abbas is here. Sriti Jha is here. She's performing. Yeah. Roshan is helming as always. This is Spoken Fest, Saturday and Sunday, 12th and 13th. Tickets at spokenfest.com and at insider.in. More conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Okay, foreign performers, who are you importing?
Aqua Naru. So if you just listen to Aqua, honestly, there was this whole debate of saying, we have these slots which are 45 minutes max, and people are saying, just put her on one stage for 4 hours because she's so good. She does a little bit of hip hop, is a little bit of spoken word poetry, but a voice that will leave you mesmerized. Olivia Gatwood and Blythe Bard come from Button Poetry. Button Poetry is perhaps the world's best known collective in terms of poetry. They do stuff which is phenomenal. Our team is always looking up to them and Moth as two organizations that do some really fabulous work internationally. We also have Alok Ved Menon. And Alok Ved Menon is somebody who really is a complete non-conformist. Alok is someone who in any form is a representation of everything that's fluid, because he's a gender non-conformist in many ways, just coming out and talking about his stuff. And just one invitation, and yes, I'm going to be visiting India at that time. I'd love to drop in and be a part of the festival. I think the joy of people finding a place where they can actually gather to consume all of this is what we managed to do, and we keep doing crazy things through the year to engage our people. We just did a road trip, then a secret road trip.
Sriti was just telling me about this commune secret road trip. What is it about? Pray, tell all.
So I couldn't make it, but it was the secret road trip, and you wouldn't know where you were going, and you had to write a piece based on journey. The theme had to be journey, and if you got through, you went on this commune secret road trip. And there's a video on YouTube, and
But I'll tell you what happened. So basically, Hari found somebody who many people want to collaborate with Commune.
This is Hari Shankar.
Hari
What is
Shankar,
he?
yeah.
Some fancy CEO or something.
He is head of strategy and operations,
Strategy, yeah.
and he's also founder of Beatmap.
Yeah.
So Hari came up with this idea, and there was a client who said, "Listen, I'd love to take people on a road trip because they organize road trips." Now our angle was it must be creators. B, they must be able to do something. So what happened? Everything was in line. 3 days before the trip, I called Hari. I said, 1 second, what is this Dil Chahta Hai kind of trip you're doing? So he turns and says, listen, what do you mean? I said, but what's the output? He says, output? So I said, you're taking creators. They're going to be together. Let's do something fun. So I put in 2 more people into the trip who he got in again, his friends. One who's a film curator with one of the big studios. And he came on the trip, and his job was to actually get people to come up with ideas. Rishi, when they came back at the end, so first they did a workshop in the middle of water, underwater, in a strawberry farm, traveling, on a mountaintop, doing yoga. Crazy 3 days, which opened up their minds. And they came back, and Hari said, they actually have good ideas. So the next Sunday, it was meant to be an exercise, but when they presented the ideas, 3 of those ideas are ideas we are so excited about that we're going to be implementing them. So we said, this is the best way to get creative pitches. Take creative people into environments they've never been. Let them come up with mind-blowing stuff by collaborating. Because collaborating is at the core of what we do. And that's when you'll get fabulous ideas. And then we'll take those ideas to whoever needs them. If a studio needs them, if a OTT needs them, if a radio station needs them, anybody. Because they're just great content ideas.
Well, just to level the playing field, everybody has to go through a very strict curation process.
Yes.
And Sriti will talk about, despite all her accolades as a television actress and soap opera queen, so to say, she had to actually go through the grind. So tell us about it.
Sir had always told me that he really wanted me to be a part of Spoken since he had heard Chudia. But I had to send both my pieces for curation, whether they were good enough for the festival or not, to get through it and get to Spoken stage. So yeah.
Yeah, so curators are?
So we've got Lynn and Tess who work as the core curators of the festival. But actually we have a very interesting curating panel. So which has everyone from Manisha Lakhe, Hussain Haidri. We've got a 17-year-old girl. Because, everyone's opinion matters as long as they are interested in the art. So yes, you have poets and you've got performers and you've got people who've been curating other festivals. But we have this huge panel. Of course, if they have their own piece, like for example, Hussain had his own pieces, but he stepped down he would not, curate his own pieces or whatever, the other people would. But that's the power of, again, I believe that collaboration is so key in creativity. And particularly because of where we were born from, yeah, theatre, I mean, Ankur comes from a band. All of these things sort of inspire us to say that's how the best comes out in people. And that's what we've done.
Lovely. It is spokenfest.com, insider.in for tickets. They're being gobbled up very fast, so go now. Jamelia Superstar back in a couple of minutes.